So the movie opens at Sandy's parole hearing. She, of course, convinces the board that she just wants a simple life and parole is granted. And you see she was running things in prison as she's leaving. She's telling the lady, now look, sell these pills, don't just use them yourself. Then she hefts into Bergdorf's and the grifting begins, and she's a good grifter. A grifting genius, if you will. She's set up in a nice hotel overlooking Central Park before the evening's over. I'm trying to be cute, putting this chapstick on, doing my review. Cut to Kate Blanchett. See, I can do it. I can put on chapstick and still talk. Cut to underlip. Get the underlip. Cut to Kate Blanchett, and we see she alcohol grifting. She a club manager and she watering down her drinks. Honey, I can tell. That's why you can always find me with a flask. So her and Sandra used to be best friends before jail, and I guess they still are. So Kate starts hooking Sandra up. I ain't learning their character names. We know them as who they is. But Kate gets Sandra set up on the outside with a room that she doesn't have to grift for, and Sandra asks her to set up a credit line. We find out they not only used to be friends, but partners in pilfering and sisters of the scheme. Sandra drops a few breadcrumbs about her plan but doesn't tell her the whole thing, but you can tell Kate Blanchett is interested. Then we see Sandra run to go see her ex, who's some art dealer, and she gives him a quick, hey, I'm back. But that's all we get out of that. Now, Helena Bonham Carter, I just love that name, Helena Bonham Carter, is a down-on-her-luck designer who owe everybody, including the I, the R, and the S. They're going to use her to get close to Anne Hathaway, who's going to be wearing the necklace that they're trying to steal. Mindy Kaling comes in as our jewelry expert, who's going to help break down and replace the diamonds. Anne Hathaway plays a real pain in the ass in this movie, and her pit of self decides to try to steal Helena from the other heifer she was going to work with, and Sandra knew that because she knew she was petty. And that's petty. See, that's why I had to stop being petty. Petty's too predictable. So now that they got Anne on board, they need a fingers woman, and that is the comedian Awkwafina. Then they head out to the suburbs to go get a blonde Sarah Paulson, who is the fence woman. She apparently is running an operation out of her garage, and her husband is none the wiser. So Sandra breaks down the plan for the ladies and tell them they're going to get $16.5 million each. Sarah Paulson pulls in an old friend and gets a 3D printer to replicate the necklace. That way they can pull an old switcheroo. But then they have to send in Helena to swindle the Cartier people, and she does an excellent job. Not only does she get them to agree to let Anne wear the necklace, she gets them to take it out so that she can see it in the light, and also take hidden pictures with her glasses. Crouching heifer. Hidden thief. The necklace is tacky. I mean, it's tacky. Hacky tacky. Jackie Christie tacky. So all of a sudden, Banksy has apparently hit the Met Museum, and we see it fucking up the girls' plan, because now all of a sudden security is going to be amped up and switched around. However, this was a part of their plan all along. Rihanna has bugged the security firm that handles the Met Gala, and they were Banksy. They used the upgrading of the security system to put their own little stank on it and make sure they're connected, like New York Telephone. Remember that? We're all connected, New York Telephone. I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers too. So it's a few days before the party, and Sarah Paulson manages to get a job at Vogue helping out. Way she can arrange the seating for the charlatans and the marks. And speaking of marks, we see Sandra's ex asking Anne Hathaway to the grand ball. So we get Sandra and her ex's backstory. Apparently, they were grifting together, but he turned state's evidence and sent her up the river for 5 years, and Sandra wants revenge. Meanwhile, they find out that the clasp of this necklace might be a issue. So they've got to have Rihanna's equally genius sister cook them up a special clasp for the occasion. So it's the evening of the gala and everyone arrives. We see Anna Wintour, we see Kim Kardashian. Sarah Paulson was able to get them to hire Cate Blanchett as the caterer. So what she does is bring the bullshit, or actually just the shit. She puts something to get Anne Hathaway's bowels a-moving. While she's vomiting in the bathroom, Awkwafina slips in and swipes the necklace. And this is when things get interesting. Anne comes out, nobody can find the necklace. They lock the place down. Mindy gets the real necklace in the kitchen and gets to work breaking apart the booty. Now, right before they can catch Mindy breaking the necklace up, Sarah Paulson pulls the fake out of the moat and send the fake necklace back to Cartier. So James Corden is called in as the insurance investigator, and he has a long history with the Ocean family. So Sandra strikes a deal with him. She says, now look, I can tell you where to find a piece of the necklace, but other than that, I can't help you, heifer. I can't help you. Meanwhile, while James Corden is hot on the trail, the girls are hiring actresses who are going around to jewelers, selling off the diamonds. But guess what? The gag is they all sold off the diamonds and put the money in the ex-boyfriend's holding account. And while Sandra was at the gala, she bumped in, put a few diamonds in his pocket, and they set him up and sent him off to jail. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the girls are like, okay, now how are we gonna get 16 million if you use some of these diamonds for this bullshit? And she said, oh, no, boo-boo. We stole all the crown jewels that night. There were some crown jewels hanging out behind a moat. We wasn't really paying attention to them. Yeah, we put some fakes up in them too. So everybody gets 38 milli. Everybody gets 38 milli. And you see all the ladies happy at the end. Mindy done moved out of her mama's house. Kate got a new motorcycle. Rihanna opened a bar. Daphne's directing. Everybody happy, just like with the other oceans. Just like with the